Hi my elegant friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Maya once again. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Leave a thumbs up so I know you like this content, and of course leave your comments below because I always want to hear what you are thinking. All right, so today, as many of you already know, I am very interested about African culture, and that's why we're all here, and how to move forward as we discuss culture and how culture can help push development for all of us. So I want to talk about something that oftentimes we don't talk about in Africa, and that's the issue of suicide. Already, you know, we don't really talk about mental health enough on this continent. So suicide is just one of those parts of mental health that is very important. I have with me in the house two lovely girls. All my clients, all my guests are lovely. Anyway, I always say this every time I bring someone. So on my right, there is Frida, aka tell us your African name.
Okay,
Ogenefejiro. That means God is worthy of praise in her language. And then on this side I have Wendy. Tell us your African name.
Chiwendu.
Meaning
God is my life.
God is your life.
God owns my life.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Wow. So now that we've gone through the introductions, we're just going to have a brief recap. This is nothing very serious or very major, but the goal of it is just to shed more light on the issue of suicide, and of course on mental health, and on aspects of African culture that we should be talking about. And hopefully the more we have conversations like this, the easier it's going to be for people with suicidal thoughts to speak up, for people with depression to speak up, for people who are struggling with mental health issues to speak up, for people who have anxiety disorders to speak up, because all of these things are interconnected. And whether we like it or not, all of us at one point or the other have actually faced anxiety, depression, or things like that. Maybe we're just lucky we had a good support system that brought us out of it. But for some people who do not have a good support system, they usually end up dying. Which brings us to the first part of the conversation. You know, I don't do regular interviews. I'm usually talking like 60% of the time. So yeah, you probably already used to that. But we're gonna go first with Wendy. Wendy, okay, she's not a Nigerian student anymore because you've already graduated, right?
I'm even done with service.
So she's a big girl now. Service is something you do in Nigeria after your 4 years education. So you just do a kind of compulsory national service to the government, even though they don't pay your school fees.
Not everyone even go for the service now.
Pardon?
I think not everyone go for this service.
Okay, not everyone goes for the service nowadays.
Hey, hi everyone. Suicide is something we joke about in Africa. I don't know why, but it shouldn't be so. I've been seeing regular videos on, on Instagram and everywhere. Recently, like people joking about suicide. Like suicide is something that has to do with emotions
and death
and dates. Like people joke with it, and it's not so. It's not supposed to be so. I know it's all funny, we laugh, but anything that has to do with emotion is not supposed to be so.
Can I jump in?
Okay.
And I think that's part of our problem, the fact that we joke with everything. A couple of days back, I was having a conversation with this young woman, and we're talking about how Nigerians turn everything into something to laugh about. It can be good because it helps us deal with the bad, but too much of that, and then you come across as not serious, something serious, you don't take it serious.
Yes, someone even called me sometime last week and was telling me about a friend of his has committed suicide. I was like, why? Wow, like anything that has to do with emotion, we shouldn't joke with it in Africa. In the world, we are not supposed to joke with anything that has to do with suicide.
I agree with
emotions. We are not supposed to joke with it.
And what happened to the friend when he committed suicide? What did they do?
Nothing. They didn't do anything. They just saw that he has committed suicide. That is just one. And also have another one. Like, okay, the girl did not actually succeed.
Thank goodness. But can you tell us a bit of that story?
Okay. A friend of mine, it's not funny.
Yeah.
A friend of mine called me. The boyfriend, she broke up with the boyfriend.
Oh, he broke up with
the
her?
Boyfriend broke up with her. Okay,
guys,
the boyfriend,
be careful with how you treat ladies. You see now?
Well, if it doesn't work, it's not a do or die affair, but it's not the reason she has to commit suicide. I'm not just taking part. I'm just saying, okay, her boyfriend broke up with her.
Okay, funny.
And she was like,
she wants to take it. Looks very serious. Don't laugh because it's not funny.
I know it's not funny.
Don't laugh about it.
It's not funny. Okay, like I was saying, her boyfriend broke up with her, and before you know it, she just go to the market. She went to the market to buy sniper. You know, everybody know this. Thank God she had friends around. Thank God she had people.
Support system.
That is the number one thing we need to have. We need to be doing in Africa.
So they caught her.
They caught her, and okay, she tasted
our close
her
friend.
boyfriend, the ex, the guy that broke up with her. She tested the guy that she's gonna kill herself. Like I'm sorry, I'm sorry I had to do this. That was what she said. I'm sorry I had to do this. That was what she tested, and she tested her best friend, a girl. I'm sorry. So because of the text message and all that, people had to come to the house to see that she wants to take sniper. That was how they rushed. Like, that was how she was saved, and that was just the one. And she said she was still going to take sniper if the guy don't come back to her. And she was damn serious about it. She wasn't joking at all.
And the people around, thank God they were able to rally around. And
thank God for her best friend. If not, the guy would have taken this name, because the guy doesn't even want to know. Okay, what happened was that the guy
doesn't even care that she wants to kill herself.
Yeah,
but the guy called her about someone's emotions.
The guy called her. Then when she wanted to kill herself, that was the reason she didn't succeed to kill herself.
Okay, thank you very much for that story. It's very sad. It's very sad. And you see, one of the things is that we can say, oh, is it because someone broke up with you, so you want to kill yourself? But you know, it's not about that person. It's usually about issues that are already going on inside of you.
Exactly.
Before that scenario happened. And usually, if you don't tackle those, it's always very, very, very valid. And Frida, please, can you tell us a bit of your own story? Why are we laughing? Because this is not
like
funny.
Seriously, it's really. I always laugh, but this is not a joking matter or laughing matter. It's really serious.
Yes.
Talking about suicide, people take it like it's a slight thing. Or some people just say, "Oh, if she wants to die, or maybe he wants to die, she can't kill herself." But even tradition is against suicide.
Like African culture.
Exactly, African culture.
Yeah,
is against suicide. So okay, I can remember I have a friend. She was young then. I think she was in JS1, JS2.
Okay.
She wanted to take her life just because of a guy. Because the mom was like, you can't be leaving this house, coming back late and going back. As in, you're too young, you just have to face your school.
Yeah.
Or is it that you face your school or you face marriage and all that?
Yeah.
But because of, I don't know, maybe because of the way she thinks, her emotion at that particular point, and she feels she actually wanted the guy at that particular point. And
maybe she felt, usually they feel that they cannot live without this other person.
Yeah.
That they are not complete without this person.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what she was feeling.
Yeah.
She was feeling that without the person, she's
live.
nobody. Like she can't live. She actually wants the person around her. She wants to talk to the person. It's as if the person was the best person at that particular point. Her life, like somebody like have the better parts.
Yeah, her life is dependent on that person.
Of nobody likes me in this world.
Yeah, against society.
Like African culture.
Exactly, African culture.
Is
against society. So okay, I can remember I have a friend. She was young then. I think she was in JS1, JS2.
Okay.
She wanted to take her life just because of a guy. Because the mom was like, you can't be leaving this house, coming back late and going back. As in, you're too young, you just have to face your school.
Yeah.
Or is it that you face your school or you face marriage and all that?
Yeah.
But because of, I don't know, maybe because of the way she thinks, her emotion at that particular point, and she feels she actually wanted the guy at that particular point. And
maybe she felt, usually they feel that they cannot live without this other person.
Yeah.
That they are not complete without this person.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what she was feeling.
Yeah.
She was feeling that without the person, she's
live.
Nobody. Like she can't live. She actually wants the person at that point. Her life, like somebody like have the better parts.
Yeah, her life is dependent on that person.
Of nobody likes me in this world.
Yes.
That is a very bad thing.
And then the feeling of you're not good enough unless someone accepts
you. So she committed. She wanted to take her life. She went to buy mosquito killer.
Why are they all buying? I think we should stop selling mosquito killer.
Yeah, like seriously,
but even if you stop selling mosquito killer, they'll find another way. So it's the problem. The solution is to find the underlying.
Exactly, especially when they just feel that the local way or the fast way to just kill yourself is mosquito killer. She went to get mosquito through a window to tell you how desperate she can be.
Okay, you said she was locked in the house.
Yeah, she was locked in the house. She called someone through a window to tell you how desperate she wanted to take her life just because of that guy.
Yeah, and something I want to quickly bring out here is that when it comes to suicide, people who are suicidal, usually reach for suicide when they can't see a way out of the problem.
Yeah.
So it's a constant. It's like there's constant blackness in front of you. You cannot see any lights. And when you get to that point, you're like, you know what? The best light for me right now is to take my life.
Yeah.
All right, go on.
And the guy, as in the child, brought the mosquito killer to her, and she took it. But thank God for quick intervention of the parents.
How did the parents know?
As in, the guy was leaving, and we were like, "What are you doing there?" And she was like, she said that she go and get mosquito killer for her. That's how the girl
Like,
caught
what
her.
kind of mosquito are you killing in the daytime?
Like, seriously. So
Okay.
the father was late at that time, so she was just with her mother.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the girl you mentioned wanted to kill herself. Do you know anything about her family life?
No, I don't know anything about
Sadly,
family.
the reason I'm asking these questions is because, you know, we try our best to always work with statistics. As social scientists and as scientists, we work with data, and the data reveals that children born to single parents, children who are being raised by one parent, children who were raised in abusive families are much more prone to committing suicide.
Yeah.
Sorry, but she wasn't the girl I talked about.
Yeah.
The girl. So she wasn't raised by single parents.
Yeah, but I caught a
Her
lot
parent,
of.
yeah, I know. I'm sorry, but her parents,
Yeah.
they are not separated. They are living together. Like,
Uh-uh.
then I know. I don't really know her very well, but I knew she had a very peaceful home.
Yeah.
So
But
I think
that there's something
boy
missing.
Thank you.
There was
Thank
something
you.
missing
Thank
that
you. Which is-
maybe the parents didn't get
to offer. Which is what I wanted to bring up. When you mentioned when I was mentioning the statistics, there is the statistics about the single parent home. There is the statistics of children who are born to teenage mothers. A child who's born to a teenage mother or a teenage father is more likely to have suicidal issues when growing up. Then I also mentioned abusive homes. Then the next thing I wanted to say before you said what you said was about how in Africa we are so interested in, people would attach a lot to being married, being called, oh, I'm Mrs. They will not have what's really going on in the marriage.
Yeah.
So externally you think everything is working out fine, but you go under the ring and go find out what's really happening. You discover there's a lot of chaos.
Yes.
And then the last part I want to bring is that when chaos is your normal, when you don't know what is normal, if chaos is all you've lived, maybe your great-grandfather was beating his wife and they thought it was normal, and then the other one was cheating on his wife, and all these things, and they explain them away on culture, that's your normal. So you don't even know that something is wrong. It will take someone from outside to come here and be like, is this how you people live? This is crazy. This is unhealthy. This is toxic. And the psyche of a human being does not care whether you know or you don't know it. It will just process the emotions. You'll be fragile emotionally. You'll be psychologically fragile. You will not be able to face disappointment. There's a lot that we need to uncover in terms of mental health in Africa. You were saying something about something missing from the house. Just to conclude. We're almost done, guys. This is a short video.
There's one
fun one.
In as much that she was brought up by both parents,
Yeah.
and maybe once in a battle, we that is her side, we see that beautiful family, we see that
everything looks
perfect. Everything looks perfect,
Yeah.
but it's obvious that there is something that is missing,
and that's part of part of the picture of abuse.
Yes.
That everything should look perfect so that you do not suspect that something is wrong.
There's something that is missing that she felt that she was getting from the guy.
That validation of her sense of self. If it's a woman who broke up with you, you are enough despite the problem. If it's a situation you find yourself in and you are thinking, oh my God, this is hopeless, I will never leave this situation, remember, you are enough. In other words, the solution to your problem is already within you. You can create a solution because you are enough. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I hope, just remember that. Let it be a mantra in your head. Say it to yourself every morning in front of the mirror.
I am enough.
Exactly. And when you keep saying that, you will start to believe it. And once you internalize that message, that's a positive message. The message that creates suicide is usually negative. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I can't do this. I can't go on. I will die. And then you end up dying. But if you repeat that process in the positive version, that you are enough, I am enough, you discover that you start shifting away problems, because you cannot live this life without problems. Problems are a part of life. So one of my mentors would say, if you want solution and you want a good life, you have to learn to fail, and then succeed. So on that note, we're going to say goodbye right now. Maya, once again, thank you for watching. Subscribe. And this is Wendy. This is Frida. And we are so lucky to have you people watch us. And subscribe. Leave your comment. Let's know about this suicidal issue that happens in Africa and what we can keep doing to make sure that we talk about this and we get past this situation. Because if youths keep dying, then there is no society, right?
Yeah.
I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.